So here we are with the first episode, episode 1 of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, season 2. Last episode, we had a siege of Bright Moon with the Horde seemingly getting ready to win this war once and for all, but then Adora comes in with the power of friendship and Gay on her side. She defeated the Horde with with the rainbows. But despite the defeat from the Horde, Catra is now getting a new promotion as Lord Hordax's second in command, or at least she's going to get the promotion if she continues on. Anyways, we'll just have to see what Catra's new status and power will do to her, whether it's going to inflate her ego a little bit or not. We'll just have to see. If you guys like the video, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike it. I do have my full length up on Patreon and early access in the YouTube memberships. Other than that, let us get started. Gotta open this up with a very nice scenery. This is the the Horde is just back at it again, trying to get through the Whispering Woods. I guess the Whispering Woods is done. No, it's still frosty, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, so they're still dealing with the aftermath. Just to make doubly sure, you know, that it's dead. Ha 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 ha. Oh my god, she loves puns. Oh, we can already see Frosta. I mean, you know what? I already said that last episode, so just just remember what I said last episode about Frosta. Oh damn, dude. She's that's the mace from last episode. Oh, for a break. Back at it again for another round. Oh wow, just a nice casual hand grab before breaking her arm. I'm trying to fight here. Ha 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 ha. You gonna play me a song on that thing? Is that one of those flutes that they play for a snake? Oh, it's a simulation.
I was looking at that. This latest performance was, in fact, worse. Please disregard. My human inspiration protocol is still in the beta stage.
Human inspiration.
Catra, she's just in my head. She has access to your mainframe? Actually, in my head. How to push your button.
Mm-hmm.
I can relate. I also...
No. Well, I mean, I suppose. I suppose.
Master your emotions.
I also have buttons.
The mistakes of the last She-Ra. No pressure, huh? There is quite a bit of pressure.
No, she's being sarcastic. No, it's sarcasm.
Very well.
It's just transforming into stupid shit. Damn, now that they got, like, Entrapta to do these bots and stuff. My god. Kyle's just getting blasted.
Who can tell me what Kyle did wrong?
He cowered? Where do you start? Oh, look at her walking around with this new status on her. This new symbol.
Huh? What is all this junk?
What is that picture? So,
My castle just arrived.
oh. Of course.
I just received a transmission from one of my bots.
Oh, she's making small food for her. That's the same thing that they took from the... So he wants to do a little upgrade.
Has been so much more powerful. I took out like at least 5
Good job.
Like the day before, and the day before that.
Bots, they just keep coming.
The Horde is going to keep taking you ground until it regrows.
I know, but how long can we keep this up?
Hmm.
You want anything new from Light Hope?
I mean, at some point, you're gonna have to attack their facility.
Forming the sword. Look.
I was hoping it was a bug. Close enough.
We could turn it into a dagger. Right now,
Oh.
did you see me take out that bot with ice daggers? Where did you come from?
She just wants to be best friends with Glimmer.
We have an important meeting. The War Council? I'm heading there too. You better hurry. We're gonna be late.
Do we have a new addition to the best friend squad?
A new addition to the best friend squad, huh?
I think that's my chair.
Yeah, don't you find it helpful to shift perspective sometimes?
Really pushing her buttons.
The first war room of the new alliance. How exciting! Yeah. It's a shame you couldn't be there in the battle where the alliance was formed. I knew you'd bring that up.
Just ignores her.
The Horde has gained more territory in the west. But with the help of Natasa and Spinnerella, our forces have managed to recapture Thamor.
Again. Recapture again.
If everyone else has a chair, I want to...
Horse equality out here.
Slowly. Maybe it's time we stop fighting and start healing.
But how are you supposed to heal if...
Princesses worked together in harmony during the Battle of Bright Moon. Our powers grew. We should try to recapture that energy. Maybe we should hold hands.
Healing thoughts.
We can't go on like this. We're defeating the bots, but more keep coming.
Hey, gotta go for the factory.
The Horde hasn't had to deploy a single soldier.
Typical Catra.
Typical.
As we have never not completely demolished.
That's why, because he wants to build one.
A full bot, I might be able to program a kill switch.
A kill switch. Ah! Honestly, now that I think about it, if you just drop an EMP on the Horde, they're fucked. Now you're relying on technology.
First, we should all have code names.
Codenames. Frostbite? Sparkle Bomb.
Frostbite, I need you to
Stay back.
help Spinnerella and Natasa.
Give me the fucking space, girl. Ooh, a new bot. Oh, Emily's kids. Who is... Oh, it's just EKS? It recharge? It regenerates, sorry.
And you can make more of these.
She just needs more. 4.
I know where we can get more.
Alright, she's going back to Whispering Wood to fucking take first one text.
Lermissa and Perfuma, you go west. Swiftwind,
The two girls do not get along.
What if it's just like a little waterlogged?
and also covered in ferns that secrete corrosive poison? Or what if
Corrosive. Oh, here she is.
you're supposed to be defending the castle with Natasa and
She just wants to be with where all the cool kids are.
Those orders were wrong.
Ha!
Here, you can just run off whenever you want, but I did, and I'm here now, and I'm not going
She's just like Glimmer.
You can be in Lermissa and Perfuma's patrol.
No, no, she wants to be with you. Come on. Ooh, why I oughta.
Guys?
Oh, here comes this new bot. EKS. Wow, dude, what a fucking maneuver, dude. See, now if this bot was smart, it would know to just attack you during your transformation. Come on, EKS! She's transforming right now! Attack her! Right now! It's taking a while! Unless, you know, it's like the demon girl next door, all of this actually happens within, like, milliseconds. Oh. Oh, damn, it can be like a fucking... Wow. Wow, it can actually move, like, however it wants in terms of, like, its body. It captured her, and that's why it's...
Capture another bot. That one had it coming.
No, it's still going up. It's regenerating. You're gonna have to tear the core right out of it, guys. Oh, here comes the other... no, it's, yeah, the other three. There you go. Oh, here comes Frosta. You guys are in trouble right now. Hold on. She's like playing a fucking tap game. You guys are not worth it. I'm out of here. Got enough data. See you later.
There you are. We've been looking everywhere for you.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Those bots weren't interested in the woods.
Yeah,
They
there's...
only
they're scanning for the first one, Tex.
And they all ran off in the same direction.
So whatever they're after.
We should follow them?
All I think that's in that direction is.
The beacon.
Come to yell at me some more. I just wanted to be your friend.
Oh, you're putting it a little bit... on a little bit too much.
Sorry, I don't know how to act. I've never had any friends before.
Understandable. But you know, you learn from your mistakes.
8 when I took over the throne.
Yeah, that's like...
And I'm still learning how to be a good friend too.
mm-hmm.
I'm sorry I yelled. It's just, I guess you remind me of.
There you go. You remind me of me.
I remind you of you?
I can become like you one day?
And I even sounded like my mom when I yelled at you.
Oh, that's a little bit of Angela within her.
That mean we're friends? Yes. Can we? I could really use your help.
Mm.
You want me to come back? I knew we'd make a great team. So, should I do ice hammers or daggers?
One of each. Well, they're all coming here just to... God, they're just over here just watching. Oh, Frosta got in the way. Ooh, a little slippery slide, dude. Yeah, really keep them guessing with that mug. Damn, my god. That teamwork though, huh?
He is not recovering from that.
I can't look. Tell me what's happening.
No, don't.
Why can't you be what I want you to be?
What do you want it to be, specifically? Self-destruct. Oh, she's a little upset. Yeah, she's self-destructing that one. One of them still had full health, wasn't it? Yeah, that one. I love that she knows that was Catra who blew her up.
You ready, Ice Princess?
Yeah! Look at all this teamwork, dude. Yeah, I gotta get all this. No, he diffused it. Oh.
Personal space.
Wow, the power of the rainbow, dude. Oh.
Terrible.
been so long. I assumed Hordak finally realized what a lazy, worthless creature you are and banished you.
Is that why she came here? Why would she came here if she...
I've been busy helping the Horde get closer than it's ever been to defeating the rebellion.
If you're doing so well, why are you here?
Yeah.
It's Adora.
Oh.
So, I let her win one. We're gaining ground and our armies are growing.
But you're still losing against Shira.
You'll be here, rotting.
I just needed to come here to talk shit to you.
Friends stick together. No princess left behind.
I can't accept it unless it's Entrapta.
Okay. I'm talking into this.
He's trying to be like Entrapta.
What the best scientist I ever knew did.
Oh, the best scientists. Oh, there's the first one, Tech.
The only one who knew how to use that was
Oh, so he knows Entrapta. Entrapta's alive. But she's working for the Horde. No princesses left behind. Except for Entrapta. Alright. Sick. Alright. Episode 1 of season 2 started like not right after, but, you know, after the whole battle and all that, they were still going through with, like, the de-thawing and everything, so because the Whispering Wood has to de-thaw. Am I saying de-thaw? Thawing? Defrosting. That's what I was thinking of, those two words. But yeah, because of that, I assume it can't, like, change, or else it just fucking breaks and whatnot. But okay. Well, I'm gonna pretend that I'm writing notes, and then we will be right back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 1 of season 2 of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty nice introduction into season 2. We're seeing all the players on the field. We're also seeing a lot more Frosta, which is nice. And we're seeing a new technology that Entrapta is making via the first one text. So, Entrapta did say that the EKS is able to take on one princess. I believe that's what she says, but now with multiple princesses working together, that's why it failed towards the end. Heading into the beginning, we see a bunch of Emily bots entering the currently thawing Whispering Woods. I like that, with the code covering the Whispering Woods. Even after the balance was restored and whatnot, it still takes a while for the ice to thaw because it is a lot of ice, and I would presume with the Whispering Woods moving, changing shape and moving constantly, which is the reason why the Horde couldn't go to Bright Moon. But with it frozen and all that, I assume it can't, like, move or change because it's gonna, like, break apart and whatnot, somewhere around there, or, you know, it's just completely frozen, so then it can't move, which makes it easier for the Horde to constantly bombard them with all these Emily bots. We also see a bit of banter between Mermista and Perfuma, with Mermista being the one who's just constantly doing little jabs at Perfuma, and Perfuma who's just, you know, trying to keep her calm. She's kind of like putting up the nice girl act, where she's just like, I'm just gonna act really nice to everybody, and I'm gonna, and also she tries to put things up to, like, up to fate, you know, kind of like when they were in the war room. She's just like, how about we just hold hands and, like, think about healing? that whole sort of feel, right? She wants to let those sort of things go, but here is Mermista, who's kind of just challenging her as herself, right? It's not something that Perfuma can't just detach herself from. And I feel like we have an idea that Perfuma is probably the sort of person who, if she gets angry and she can't hide it, she's gonna get, like, really, really angry. So I ponder if we're gonna have a scene of Perfuma getting, like, boiling hot, you know, fucking in a goddamn rage or something. Who knows? Who knows? We've also got Glimmer, who's gotten her power back, so she's out here using it to teleport people and bots everywhere. And this is where we see Frosta coming in. Actually, this is where Glimmer was just like, thanks for dropping in, and then Frosta comes on over. She's just like, wow, that's really funny. I get it, because you dropped them. You dropped them right in the ground, and you said thanks for dropping in. I get you. Of course, she's the ice girl, you know? She's also the one who says ice to me. But this is the first point where we see Frosta is attached to Glimmer, and she wants to go wherever Glimmer is, but Glimmer is just over like, ugh, who is this child? I don't want her. Keep her away from me. Or it's a little bit more like an older sibling who wants to do something, but, like, the little sibling just wants to do everything else because they look up to their older sibling, but the older sibling's just like, ugh, I don't want you here, alright? You're just you're a fucking botter. Get the fuck out of here. And I did mention that the way that Frosta talks to Glimmer is very similar to how Glimmer is, in the fact that she didn't like having to take orders. She goes against orders. She's a very rebellious girl when it comes to her own desire and all that. So the way that Frosta is in her personality and how Glimmer has to deal with it, you know, here in this point, perhaps she's able to understand how her mom feels. She made note about it towards the end of the episode as well, where she apologized recognizes the Frosta, and she's just kind of like, I never really expected to be like my mom and to like yell at you like my mom does. Which I also really enjoy that because, that's a little bit of Angela within her. After the opening credits, we've got Adora as She-Ra out here fighting against Catra. I thought that they were just gonna out here having a one-on-one, but no, this is actually just a virtual reality, and she is in the beacon with Light Hope right there. I also really like that we're seeing a little bit more of Light Hope, where Light Hope is just over here, it's just like, there, child. She's trying to pet her, but like her hand goes through Adora's hair. It's very fun. And consider that she is a program and she doesn't really understand humans and all that. When Adora talks about how she feels like she's performing worse, and Light Hope's just like, yeah, that is correct. Yeah, you have been performing worse. And Light Hope doesn't understand sarcasm. Always great. Always fantastic. I love these type of characters. But I thought that it's very fun that we have Catra, who talks about how she wants to be the greatest She-Ra of all, but she just cannot stop thinking about Catra. It kind of goes with the last episode where the battle is finally over, but one of the last things that Adora looks to as the battle is ending is to Catra. The same goes with Catra to Adora. They both just stare at each other, and from what we heard from Light Hope with the previous She-Ra, who has similar problems, and that was the reason why she broke the She-Ra line, and Adora's the first one in 100 years and whatnot, and Light Hope doesn't want Adora to repeat the same mistake. And going back to what Light Hope says, right, she wants her to let go of all of her earthly belongings and whatnot. Anyways, the whole thing is that Adora feels like because Catra and her have been friends since childhood, Catra knows all the buttons to push in order to manipulate Adora. And I will say, if that's the case, wouldn't you know how to do it as well? But when we think about episode 11 of season 1, it makes you think whether Adora truly knows how Catra feels or how Catra is. And also, with that whole episode happening and all that, right? Perhaps that makes Adora thinks a little bit more about her relationship and Adora, and again, what Catra really saw in their relationship. And I like that with her talking about how Catra pushes her buttons, Light Hope comes in and she's just like, I'm able to relate. I too have buttons. These are the eyes of just like, thanks for trying. But as Adora trains within the beacon over at the Horde, they are also training. God, dude, this part with like all these Emily bots and whatnot, right? It's much more difficult. Consider that this is Catra's training regimes and everything. Also, R.I.P. to Kyle over here. He got absolutely fucking blasted, bro. Like, Jesus Christ. And then they're just watching him. Oh no. God, and then Catra's just like, who can tell me what Kyle did wrong? And I think it was Lonnie who's just like, oh, where do you even start? Like, bro, Kyle is just getting absolutely dunked on. But as Catra says, She-Ra is too strong to defeat with force alone, but she's slow and easily manipulated. And so she comes in to basically show how it's done. As we see in this virtual reality goggles, or AR goggles technically, she's ripping her heart out. If this is what it looks like, she's just tearing her fucking heart out. Goddamn, dude, really showcases how Catra is to Adora. This was my thought during the virtual battle that Adora had with Catra in the beacon, but here where Catra says that Adora is too strong to be defeated by force alone, and that's why, but she's slow and manipulative, and that's how Catra does this whole thing. She's very manipulative, she's very agile, but if there's one thing about Adora, it's not that she's super strong, it's the fact that she has a lot of tenacity. Right, like Catra will like sneak around and all that, and do all her agile shit, but eventually Adora, through her tenacity and her diligence, she will just end up capturing Catra. The only issue with that is that Well, actually, in the end, right, Catra still wins via the manipulation because she knows, even through the virtual reality, Catra knows that Adora would not kill her, would not hurt her in any ways. Well, I mean, they still like fight and all that, you know, but like to actually kill her, to actually incapacitate her, that's a little bit too much for Adora. I really like this whole thing of the villains just sitting on a nice couch and watching TV, and the TV is just the robots fighting the princesses. It's like they're just out here watching a WWE match or something. They're just all be like, I can't watch this. But here, Catra talks about her plan, which is the continuously sent bots over to the Whispering Woods, and consider that these bots aren't manhandled. Like, there's no person piloting it, so these are all just automatic stuff. They're just building it from whatever factory that they have, and they're just shipping it right into the Whispering Woods. And so here in this battle, the magical people don't have the robots have the bodies that they're able to spend not only defending this place, but also to be able to do something else, right? That's why Catra is continuously sending bots over here so then she can go and capture everything else. And by the time the people of Bright Moon are just continuously defending themselves, they're gonna find that there isn't a lot to defend anymore, if Catra was able to continue on with her plan anyways. That reminds me, with the whole training thing that Adora has, this is more of her learning how to use the sword, and like the sword can be manipulated to turn into anything. So it's, you know what, I'm just realizing, it's kind of like the magical fork from the demon girl next door. Very convenient things, you know? A mug, a pitcher, just anything that you need immediately, you know? If Adora really wants, you can probably turn that into a pen as well. You know, now I'm thinking about it, like, the sword is the default thing, right? But like, if she transforms it, is she able to just keep it in that transform format for like ever until she feels like it turns again? Or is that like a concentration thing? I would presume it's a concentration thing, but yeah, I thought it'd be pretty fucking sick if she could just like get that sword and turn it into like a pen or something. First of all, unlimited ink, but you know, nobody would expect that this pen could turn into a giant sword, am I right? But I'm actually here for this scene because there was this one point where she turns this into the mace, and I remember specifically, I think it was last episode, when it was Swiftwind who was pointing at a mace. I believe it was a mace that I was looking at. I feel like it might be something like this similar. And yeah, Swiftwind really wanted her to use that. And then here we have this episode, she learns to transform it into a mace. If I'm looking at the incorrect one, then, you know, feel free to correct me on it. We're also introduced to the new bot, Emily's kid sister, the EKS. You know, she should probably consider upgrading Emily first. Yeah, if that's like her favorite and all that, but maybe she likes Emily the way that she is, you know? Maybe she thinks that Emily is perfect the way that she is, and she doesn't need any additional upgrade. So that's why she made Emily's kid sisters instead, and these are the ones that are running on first one techs, and they have enough power to rival a princess. But only one princess. If multiple princesses come in, then that's bad news. And we can see the capability of this machine when they were fighting Adora and company. the maneuver ability that they've got for this bot, it's pretty nice. I really like it. Also, these bots, they were made to actually look for the beacon so then they can scavenge for the first one techs. I keep on wanting to say techs. Techs. This is also the same time as when Bo thought of the idea of wanting to get the technology from all these Emily bots in order to figure out a kill switch. I believe that's what he said. He wanted to make a kill switch so then they can wipe out the entire thing immediately. Bo basically wants to create an EMP, and as I mentioned during the reaction, having an EMP, fucking good shit, dog. Put that, just launch an EMP over at the Horde. We'll see how fucking they deal with that shit, consider how heavily they rely on technology, you know? Although, I'm not exactly sure if they're running on, like, I would assume they're running on electronics, because, like, they're not, this whole thing isn't powered by the crystals, is it? They only have one crystal, and that's the that's the Black Garnet. But I don't think the Black Garnet is powering everything in that area. So like they have to be running on electricity or steam or whatever the power source they're running on. But I'm assuming electricity, so like again, having an EMP works fucking great, alright? I was thinking about this part where Adora was getting slammed on, and like when they slam down on her, that's when it creates an alarm, and I assume this alarm caused the other 3 EKS to come closer to where its position is before moving on over to the beacon. So I wonder, it like squished Adora, or She-Ra in this case, just to like, you know, get a little bit more of She-Ra or something. Gotta touch our first one text together, yeah? Our first one tech together, and then I know where the beacon is, right? Because like that's when the 3 comes and then immediately head over. So, okay. So they're getting surrounded by the EKS. Adora holds her She-Ra, holds her sword, and she thinks real hard, and she tries to change it into something, but instead it just changes into a parasol or an umbrella. Maybe she wanted to change something that could like protect all of them, I would presume, like something like a dome or something that would like protect them from any incoming attack. But like instead it just turns into an umbrella instead. Could possibly be it, you know, because Adora got upset at towards the end where she's, or somewhere around here, where she's just like, why can't you just transform into something that I want? So what is Adora thinking specifically that she wants to transform this? Oh, she said it when she transformed it into a rope towards the end of the episode. Anyways, as She-Ra is feeling a little sad that she still can't control her powers, her sword, also these expressions from Bo and Glimmer, they were looking over like, oh, she transformed something. Oh, it's just an umbrella. We've got Frosta coming in, you know? Coming in, just fucking... she's just out here like it's a fucking mobile game. She's playing Cookie Clicker, dude. She's just pop, 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 pop. I love that Glimmer's over here like, do you even listen when people tell you things? Frosta is over here like, what? Sorry, I'm too busy pounding this thing right now. But this was something I skipped over during this whole discussion. It was during the war room. Frosta wants to go with Glimmer. Glimmer is just like, no, you stay here. Frosta doesn't listen. So she comes over, but then Glimmer still doesn't want Frosta, so she points Frosta over to Mermista and Perfuma instead, but Frosta is now here, right? She's now listening to order, the whole thing of how Frosta reminds Glimmer of herself. But perhaps it provided just a slight distraction, maybe. I don't think they were planning on attacking her anyways. The only reason why they attacked her was because, well, I mean, she was just slamming on his head, so it just tossed her over the cliff. But afterwards, it just started scanning, and then it just went out. We did have a nice conversation between Glimmer and Frosta, where Frosta tells her that she took over the throne when she was 8, and she couldn't have friends when everybody in her country were her subjects. Right? A queen can't be friends with her subjects and whatnot. That's just inappropriate, you know? Frosta is over here, how old now, and she's just, she knows how to put boundaries. But because of that, she doesn't have any friends, so she doesn't know how to act around people, especially if people that she wants to be friends with. And throughout this whole episode, she's coming on a little too strong, right? She's over here just cackling at Glimmer's little pun joke. She constantly follows Glimmer around. She wants to do stuff for Glimmer, and but she's also very excitable, kind of like the point where Glimmer pulls out her staff and Frosta starts asking her all these questions before just fucking pummeling the bots before Glimmer could do it. Here, Glimmer tells Frosta that she gets mad at Frosta because she reminds her of herself, and, you know, who doesn't think about their past self and be like, wow, they were really fucking stupid, I hate this person. So Glimmer sees her past mistake in Frosta, and so that's why she gets upset. But again, I like that this is just a little slice of how her mom feels. So, and again, I like that she's able to pull out that comparison, Glimmer, I mean, when she says, I can't believe that I yelled at you like my mom did. By the way, we also had Castaspella this episode, but she was just here. You know, it's just a little reminder for us that she still exists. So thank you. Thank you for being here, Castastella. Castaspella. There you go. After Frosta and Glimmer make up and become friends, we head on over to the final battle where everybody is watching, it seems like, right? Freaking Catra and Adora and Scorpia are just out here, again, sitting on their nice couch, watching the entertainments on television. Nice of you to drop in. While the fight is going on, we've got Entrapta and Scorpia cheering the bots on, but Catra is not having it. You know, she's watching this with an intense stare, and she gets perhaps gets a little anxious, you know? She's out here clawing the chair and whatnot, and she gets very upset that the bots aren't winning, right? This whole time, she feels like she's kind of been on the up and up, and here in this one moment where Adora triumphs over her, immediately gets her into a bad mood. Doesn't help that Adora is over here fucking stepping on the camera, just looks straight into it. It's just like, hey Catra, you know what, that whole thing I talk about, like pushing buttons, I think Adora still is able to push Catra's buttons as well. The both of them are childhood friends. Of course they know how each other ticks and all that. So seeing this, Catra gets up from her seat and set this one to self-destruct. Just because she's just like, you know what? If this is how you want it, alright, fucking self-destruct. I know you'll be fine, so. You want to be a little petty? I'll be petty towards you too. As this bot is getting ready to self-destruct, we've got everybody working together. The bot gets frozen right into the beacon, and then Perfuma takes her little plants out, so then a Bo can get on it, so he can take out the thing that powers it, or at least the self-destruction thing. God, dude, he just opens it up. He's over here like, I'm trying to be the tech expert out here. Motherfucker just opens this up, and he's like, that's it! That's the thing that powers it up! I suppose it has red chips around it, so it must be the thing that powers it up. He just rips it right off. I did it! The bomb has been defused! With one of the EKS taken, we've got Bo trying to do what Entrapta does, because he considers Entrapta to be one of the best scientists that he's seen. I mean, I suppose, yeah, Bo would be interested into, like, the whole technology thing, because he doesn't have magic as well. So he opens it up, and he sees this gem. And he looks at it, and he's just like, wow, they're using First One tech. Who knows how to use First One tech? Oh shit, it's Entrapta. Entrapta's alive. Oh my god, we left Entrapta behind this whole time. Holy crap, dude. We've abandoned her, which is also very nice with the last scene with Glimmer and Frosta, where Glimmer's just like, no princess is left behind, okay, Frosta? Except for that one time when we left Entrapta, but that's okay, we thought she was dead, so. This now introduces the whole group to the fact that Entrapta is alive. I mean, I assume Bo is going to tell everybody in the next episode. So now I assume they're going to try to figure out how to get Entrapta back on their side, which would probably is going to be a little difficult considering that Catra is here to manipulate Entrapta. That's the reason why she managed to get Entrapta to come over to their side in the first place, because she convinced Entrapta that the princesses abandoned her. And then having someone like Scorpia doesn't exactly help either, because Scorpia was also a princess, but she knows how it feels to be ostracized by other people because of just the way that she looks. Being in this group, right? Being this group for Entrapta, I mean, I kind of mentioned that, like, the Fright Zone, that whole area, like, Entrapta loves that place. And she has gotten stuff from her castle to be brought over to the Fright Zone as well, right? She's really settling in into the Fright Zone. So with the princesses coming on over to try and get her to come back to, come back to the side of Bright Moon, I don't know, what's your offer? Right? You've abandoned me, so why would I want to come back to you? Again, I kind of feel like it's just kind of like, look, we thought the princesses. This is like the more I was gonna say non-dramatic, anticlimactic. There you go. That's what I'm thinking. Like the more comedic and anticlimactic point to this whole thing of Entrapta. Literally, as if Entrapta finally confronts the princesses, and then the princesses just like, look, we thought you fucking died, all right? We saw you get set on fire, right? We thought you were dead, and then Entrapta just be like, oh, okay, my friend didn't abandon me. They just thought I was dead this whole time. All right, going back to my friend. See you later. But would she, at this point, have considered Scorpion and Catra to be her friends? And also, like, would she be able to bring Emily on over? Who knows? Who knows? Well, if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.